Hi guys, welcome back to Lost in My Library. My name's Kate. Today I am doing my February wrap-up and goal check-in for the month of February. I think I've already said that. So this month I am way more prepared than I was last month about my goals. I have a goals setup page now in my journal. So let's start with the goals and then I'll get on to the books that I read this month. My first goal was videos uploaded, being more consistent on uploading videos. This month I did not as great as I did last month. I uploaded a total of 6 videos this month, 3 of which were on Saturdays, one Monday, or actually 2. I didn't update this to include the 28th. So I had 7 videos uploaded this month. 2 Mondays, which you would have seen yesterday, a new kind of video. I'm pretty excited that I at least tried a new kind of video. I tried to do a reaction video. I don't know how that has worked. But Thursdays, I uploaded 2. Instagram, I did terrible this month. I didn't upload on Instagram this month. But Instagram really has never been my forte, so whatever. Subscribers, I began the month at 62. I'm ending the month at 62. I did not read a book club. I still have yet to get in touch with somebody in the book community, really. I said I wanted to do that every quarter, get in touch with somebody. Diversity, though, I've done pretty decently. So, 3 books this month that I finished. I believe 3. 3 books that I finished. No, 4. Oh, I think, except for maybe one. Well, no, even that one has I think almost every book I read this month that I finished this month have some kind of diversity in it. So we will be getting into that. Let's just, and then kept up with my flip journal. Didn't talk about this last month, but I'm wanting to keep together a flip journal where I, like, all my books that I've bought or I've read this month, I would create like a little page for it. I don't know where that flip journal is right now. So I will show it next month. Maybe it'll be a quarterly thing that I show you my flip book. So let's get on to the books I read. I read a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I finished 5 books this month. We have 1 mystery, 1 horror, fantasy, magical realism, 1 historical fiction / horror, 1 nonfiction. I got a nonfiction in this month. And 1 sci-fi mystery kind of story. So let's just start with the first one. The first one was A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I ended up giving this a 5-star rating. I really, really enjoyed it. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. The diversity being one of the main characters is POC. Sal is the guy who was convicted of murder. But anyways, Good Girl's Guide to Murder is about our main character, Pip, who has decided that she is going to be a detective and try and solve a murder. She doesn't believe that Sal Singh actually committed the murder, and that she's going to find out who actually committed the murder, if the murder actually happened, and if the murder didn't happen, what happened to the victim, the supposed victim. And it's just fantastic. I fell in love with it. It is so engaging, and just, it hooked me until the very end. And I know this is a trilogy, and I'm very, very excited to get to the trilogy. I actually bought the 2 sequels to this, although I haven't heard great things about the last book. I've heard the second book is a lot like the first book, and the third book is just not like the first 2 books at all. A lot of people like the second book as well. I'm really, really excited to get to the rest of this series to see where Pip goes. Her love interest, as I should say, and main character is also the younger brother of Sal. And I love their relationship. Their relationship's really, really cute. And Pip just goes through so much in this first book. And apparently in the third book, she goes through even more. And I'm just like, this poor girl. This poor girl isn't even 18. Well, she might be 18. She's looking at colleges. But, like, this poor girl is barely 18 if she's 18. And she's going through all of this. But I really, 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 really did enjoy this. Highly recommend it. Second book I picked up was The Wicker King, which I talked about a little bit last month as well, by Kay Ankrum. The diversity is that there is an LGBT relationship, and the author is a Black POC author. And this is horror, fantasy, magical realism. I don't really like calling it so much a horror novel, just because it's about two boys who have mental illness, and to continue the stigma of mental illness being something that is just horrible, I don't agree with. But like, I did actually enjoy this. I did enjoy the LGBT relationship of the story. I did enjoy how the story played out, and it shows again how parents can fail their children, and how things can escalate very quickly when mental illness isn't taken care of. And yeah, it's scary. Can be scary. I enjoyed this, gave it 5 stars, highly recommend this as well. Next one is Deadly Grimoire by Rosemary Jones. I actually have a full review up for this book, so I really won't be talking about it that much. Gave it 3 stars. Hate to call it horror because it's not really horror. It's not scary. Missing the elements of Lovecraft, which is what it's supposed to be about. It's supposed to be Arkham horror, and it's completely missing a lot of the stuff that make Arkham horror and this weird mythical creatures and everything, Lovecraftian horror, is all missing from this book. But the diversity of this, there is actually an indigenous main character, and the 2 main characters are that have very strong female main characters. And if it wasn't it's supposed to be Arkham horror, I don't think I would be complaining as much, because it was fine, other than the fact that it was supposed to be an Arkham horror novel. Anyways, it's fine, gave it 3 stars. And then the next book was my nonfiction, and that was The 2000s Made Me Gay by Grace Perry. This is obviously has an LGBT author, and the content of the book is LGBT, I guess being the main character, because it is a story of her life. This is a series of essays about her looking back at the 2000s and the rise of the LGBT movement in America, basically. And it was just a nice, like, flash of the past to see things from the early to, late 2000s. Although I really didn't grow up with a lot of the things that were mentioned in the books, in the essays, I really did feel the nostalgia of every essay, and I think it's a great book to read if you just want some lighthearted LGBT nonfiction to read. Go for it, because it is very lighthearted, and it's a nostalgia trip, so especially if you're a millennial, this is something that you will really, really enjoy. And then my last book I read was The Rise of Jonathan Flight by Matthew J. Beer. This has mental health and disability rep in this book. It is a sci-fi mystery. This book is actually the third book in a series, so I don't really know how to. Okay, listen. I requested this. I requested this book, and didn't realize that it was the third book in a series of which I have not read the first two books. I will say this book is fantastic and not making me confused at any point. I just rolled with the punches, and I understood the book just fine, but I have a lot of questions, and I'm just like, okay, well, this is my main complaint. But, like, I can't really complain because, like, I don't know if that had been answered in the other two books. But this book has made me interested to go back to the first two books and read the first two books. So I'm less confused as to what happened in this book. Jonathan Flight, to give basic summary, is a boy who has like past lives. He can remember past lives. There's this whole thing about past lives in this series. I'm getting the feeling that there is. And one of the lives he is remembering is a girl who had gone missing, supposedly murdered, and with her 6 of her friends. He's remembering her specifically. And he's knowing details that he should not be able to know unless he was Lindsay in a past life. And so the sort of mystery of the novel is figuring out what happened with these 7 kids. I don't really know if it was explained in previous books. And the book ends on a cliffhanger as well. And as I already see that this is a series, I can see that this book series probably is going to get a sequel. This book is specifically going to get a sequel, and I will be able to. That was one of my complaints. But as it is part of a series, it will probably continue onto the 4th book, and I will probably get a satisfying conclusion to that cliffhanger that it was like, okay, I don't know if we should have just like left it off there, but okay. I'm still not satisfied. I'm not satisfied with what I just reading this one book, but that could be on my own fault for not reading the previous 2 books, and possibly there will be a 4th book to help explain more of what was happening. But I also do recommend reading this. I actually gave it 5 stars because I did feel kind of bad. This probably won't get a full review until I can read the first 2 books, because I feel bad reviewing a book that I have not read the first 2 books of, because my complaints might have been explained in the other 2 books, and it was my own dumb fault for requesting a book of which I had not read the first 2 books. It's fine. I will hopefully read it one day, and I will hopefully give an actual full review for this. But that has been my February wrap-up and goal check-in. I do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you read in the month of February. Did you read a good number of books? Did you have a slump this month? Let me know. I will see you in my next video. I hope you have a wonderful day. Go be a good cabbage today. Do something kind for someone, even if that is for yourself. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.